I'm really good at Minecraft Hardcore. Okay, maybe not, but I have a plan. I will combat this in 6 different stages, from getting a simple iron armor to obtaining over 1000 enchanted golden apples, just so I never have to die again. This video only took me like 8 months to make. Now, for me to become immortal, I first have to beat the game. I swear it gets more interesting than that. I made this world in 1.16 and with confidence and pickaxe in my hand found a cave nearby and made an iron armor. Stage 1 completed. Then went into the nether and so far it's going well. I already have blaze rods, I only need pearls and I'd like some obsidian for the nether portal. Is that a guest? Okay, now that I'm on half a heart, with 0 hunger on fire, and there is a giant death machine above me that spits fire every few seconds, how can you possibly clutch your way out of this? Just log out and back to the server like 5 times. And I'm not even joking. I don't really know for how long this so-called feature was in the game, but I promise you, I'm not gonna abuse it anymore. Right after now. I thought that I could speedrun the game with only an iron armor. Kinda true, day 8 and I just beat the game. But the catch is, it's my 13th attempt. 13th. It was still kinda worth it considering the amount of free loot that I got. Diamond armor, other materials, shulkers, and finally elytra. For the next 30 days I was working on my base, my beautiful house, collected melons and pumpkins, sold melons and pumpkins, and made a better armor using my infrastructure. It's not perfect yet, but that's gotta count. And I also got totems. I'm not sure what to say here, so here's a random meme that I found on my computer. But now I'm about to pull something no YouTuber has ever done. Obtaining 1000 enchanted golden apples in Minecraft Hardcore. Basically, in the past, apples were craftable. Problem number 1. I have nowhere near enough gold for this. Problem number 2. I'm not in the past. But it's fine. Not that setting my world on version that was published like 8 years ago is gonna do anything bad. Right? And as wise man Elon Musk once famously said, I'm solving problems as they come up. And clapping this booty ass cheek
in Fortnite.
Luckily, I have the solution for the first problem. This is Gambus Gold Farm, producing over 600 gold blocks an hour. Maybe I have absolutely zero clue how any of this works, but I don't really need to, since I have a light magicka. No, like, I'm not joking, I actually have no clue how any of this works. Okay, we're gonna need 2 stacks of shroomlight blocks, cobwebs, oh, 1 god apple here, 999 more to go, ice for the sorting system, melons, they're somehow in the farm mechanism, some slime, a few pistons, redstone, repeaters, comparators and stuff like this. A lot of wood for chests and trapdoors, 71 hopper, 1 new keyboard. It's not really related to the video, this goofball just chewed the wire on the old one. Turtle eggs, 1 shulker of glass, 180 grindstones, 1 month of procrastination, and finally, after long hours of playing the game, we need 4000 blocks of magma for the platforms. Oh, and how could I forget? It's not a Minecraft Hardcore video without popping at least 1 totem. Few hours and music from the playlist that YouTube automatically creates for you. And I think that all of the ingredients are finally collected. It only took me like 70 days. Bedrock breaking was honestly a special pleasure for me. I don't even wanna talk about it. Yo, remember how I said something about Light Magica, like 40 seconds ago? It did not work. Luckily, I found this beautiful tutorial on YouTube by Shulkercraft. Basically, the farm has 4 main parts. And the coolest thing about this farm is that you can actually switch between 2 different regimes with a click of a button. Kinda useless considering how much more gold you can get by just slaying him with a looting free sword. But 2 days of intense and stressful work later, the farm is done, finally. But this doesn't really look like the most efficient gold farm in entirety of Minecraft. In fact, it barely does anything. Well, that's because platform for the player is on 175 blocks height, so we have to spawn-proof everything in 128 block radius, so that piglins can only spawn on the platforms and not under bedrock. I spent the whole day spawn-proofing every single block. And I haven't even slept yet. But the good news is that I'm finally done. Now I need to AFK roughly 14 hours and my quest for immortality is done. And then I died of hunger. Honestly, this might be the dumbest death in the entirety of Minecraft Hardcore. Basically, by the time I finished the farm, I haven't slept for like 30 hours. And my sleep-deprived brain thought, hey, maybe I can catch like 15 minutes of sleep while I test out this farm's efficiency. But I did not consider that hitting pigments spends more hunger than just being AFK. And woke up to this. I was so close. But now I have to do everything all over again. And it's all my fault. It's only been 2 minutes between the moment that I died and I realized that I died and rushed to my computer. 2 minutes that then turned into days, then weeks, then months. Every day I would wake up thinking about this video, but I just couldn't do it. Few months have passed. I've done some stuff outside, hanged out with friends, traveled, and went through some of the craziest stories of my entire life. I even got my first job. It wasn't very fun. But thoughts about this video haven't left my head. So I started trying again. Like in this case, I just spent last 2 hours beating the game. Is this attempt gonna be the one? Is this gonna be my redemption? But eventually I created this world. World 45Y. Beaten the game in a whopping 2.5 hours, which is like never seen before, world record type shit. And redone everything all over again. But this time I actually learned from my mistakes and crafted a beacon, so I can AFK without dying of hunger. Now, with all of the gold that I got and apples that I bought from villagers, I can finally do the impossible. The algorithm is simple. You leave all of your items in the chest, pick up 4 stacks of apples and 32 stacks of gold blocks. Go at least 200 blocks away, and your render distance has to be 2 chunks. I honestly have no clue why, but I tried 8 chunks and now my world is super corrupted. Then we have to time travel twice, from 1.16.1 to 1.15.2, and then to 1.8. Will it actually work? Imagine if I spawn in the wall or something. Блять, я в стиме. Нет. Это оно сработало! Руки трясутся. Неужели...
Сработало! Да! Я это сделал! Да! Да! Да!
I've been playing this game for like 12 years at this point, and I've never been this much excited about anything. After redoing this same process for like 10 times, I ended up with 1364 enchanted golden apples. And now I'm finally free. Maybe the lesson here is that life is about setting goals and achieving them. Either that, or I just wasted 8 months of my life making a Minecraft video that will get like 15 views.